Hey guys, this is Neal Cushman, and I'm quarantined in the house like everybody else. And so my wife and I are here. This is our back deck. We like to come out here to just sit and relax and read our Bibles and enjoy the beautiful South Carolina outdoors, and really hope you're doing well, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I hope you're growing in your Christian faith, and that God is blessing you. I know that He is, and we'd like to start offering kind of a short devotional, each maybe the weekday anyway, um, and have different professors give those devotionals from their homes. We're all in our homes. We only go out for essentials, and so I've got my coffee here, and it's got whipped cream on it. I don't know if you can see that, but what's coffee without whipped cream on top? So I'm good to go, and I'm in 1 Samuel chapter 18, which is the chapter where comes after David slaying Goliath. And one of the things that jumped out to me as I was reading through this chapter is the contrast between uh, how Saul viewed David and how Jonathan viewed David. Um, First part of chapter 18, Jonathan really meets David and really connects well with him, and they develop a very close friendship in a very very fast way. And Saul really doesn't have that same response. Saul notices that David is stealing all the attention away from him, and so he begins a multifaceted plan to rid himself of David, and he really tries to kill him several times, even in this chapter, and of course the chapters that follow, because Saul cannot tolerate any rivals. So you've got this king who's at first, he's sitting there in his palace, and David is over there on the side, and he's playing his stringed instrument to soothe Saul, because God's presence had departed from Saul, and and ever since that happened, Saul just could not get his life on track. He of course caused that by his disobedience in chapter 13 and in chapter 15. But he still wants to be king, and he still wants all the attention of the people, and God is blessing David. Everything that David does, God blesses him. And every time in this chapter that we see God blessing David, we see Saul plotting against David's life, and nothing works. He throws a spear at him in this chapter. David ducks out of the way. And then right after that, the Bible says that Saul feared David. And then in another instance, he is going to give his daughter Michal, who's a younger daughter than Merab, and to give them in marriage. And instead of demanding a bride price, which is going to be the equivalents of tens of thousands of dollars, and David says, I'm from a poor family, I can't afford anything. And so Saul's messenger said, well, Saul's okay with you dispensing from that. Just go kill 100 Philistines, and he'll be fine with that. And and actually, David goes and he kills 200 Philistines. Well, that was another plot to take David's life. And so God blesses David again. And once again we see David or Saul afraid. And the irony of this chapter is that the most loyal person in the kingdom was David. Even when David was convinced that Saul was trying to kill him because he was chasing him all around the Judean foothills, and David was hiding in caves from Saul, and on 2 occasions David had the opportunity to take Saul's life, and he wouldn't do it. I mean, he's the most loyal person in the entire kingdom. And yet Saul's afraid of him. Because, as Proverbs says, the wicked flee when no man pursues him. And I was just thinking about that in light to what we're seeing going on here. There's a lot of anxiety in our culture right now about the virus, and am I going to get it? Is my family members going to get it? Is everybody going to be able to recover from it if they do get it? What about food? Am I going to run out of supplies? Am I going to run out of toilet paper? We're constantly checking our stock, and we're just being barraged with all of these things. And yet the Bible tells us we need to fear God. And so I just want to encourage you today to turn your focus to the Lord today and trust Him. He has promised He will never leave nor forsake us. I hope you have a great day. We're praying for you guys, praying that God will bless you.